Hello everybody. Random Faladaddy stream today, but not so random to me, because I've been working on this for months and months. I thought I'd throw together a stream, so... Which usually, if there's a Faladaddy stream, means that there's some kind of special occasion. But it's hard to get me out of bed. And today's special occasion is that we are finished mining Runite. Let me check my spreadsheet for when I started. Let's see, I started on January 29th, and I have been mining every single day since then. So, yeah. Pretty busy. Let's see here. Hey, Zalopster. How many rune ore till goal, Mr. Fun? Well, that's an interesting question. So the goal for 1 billion GP is 77,836. And I believe last I checked I was at 77,815 or something like that. So we probably have it right now. No, not quite. Welcome, nutritious sheep. I think that's nutritious. Not the bank slots. So yeah, I'm gonna go over it all in my next video because, you know, it's so infrequent that everyone forgets, and I don't stream very much or advertise it or anything. But so yeah, we need the Runite because we are trying to make a ridiculous amount of money, and it's true that that bank slots do cost a ridiculous amount of money, but that's not why I'm doing it. The bank slots, I'm saying that for every banker where you can buy bank slots, you have to buy the next slot of bank slots. And so for instance, there's not a banker here, so I don't have to buy one because of that. But there is one up in the East Falador bank, so I had to buy one set of bank slots, but that's only a total of 2 so far, so not very much. The reason I'm doing this is because I now can get access to the bag plant seller, and I can teleport to and from my house, and the bag plants do not require a saw. And the construction cape is in my original chunk. So I need to spend a lot of money and a lot of time to buy a bunch of bag plants and use them in my house for 99 construction. And I know that Limpert already did that, but this is a little bit different because I can't walk to my house, and I have a horrible source of larvins. So it's more efficient for me to buy more expensive plants, and so I need fewer larvins because they take the same amount of time. Yeah, I messed it up. I got that plug. Oh, I messed it up again. I got this plugin so I wouldn't have to hide my screen. Oh, how many times can I mess this up? The answer was 3. Okay, so with this inventory, we have 77,838. So if we head on over to the spreadsheet, if it will work. Okay. And we enter that number here. Actually, it's more fun watching it go up like this. 38. Ta-da! Wait, that's 6. 38. Oh, that's why it... Okay, that's supposed to be 5. I was messing with something. Okay, there you go. 100%. We've done it. So you'll see that here the actual GP is now over 1 billion, and that's because it's including the cash that I have, and if all of this were turned into Rune and then Alked. So that's pretty cool. One thing while we're here, I'll show. I've been tracking over here how many I've gotten per day, which might be interesting raw data to some people. But what's probably more interesting is the best day I had was February 19th, where I got 1,078, let's see, which is by itself 13.8 mil in one day, which is pretty good. And then my daily average, I got 528, which is about 6.8 mil per day. And my weekly average was 3,691, averaging out to 47 mil per week. So, just kind of cool there. And here's where the bank's sitting. How bad have the bots been? I haven't played in a couple years, but those rocks are always awful. Yeah, I mean they're pretty bad. Which it's not horrible because I've been playing on the total level worlds where you just compete with the other couple players that are brave enough to face the bots. I can't help myself. The rocks are here. I have to get these ones at least. But yeah, oh, I was gonna see. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna Google how many days. How many days since January 29, 142 days of straight rune mining. So that's very good. Or not good. Fine toast for this is my last day. Enjoy the rocks. Usually they don't talk back, but I'm convinced there's still people though. Anyway, people will be glad to be rid of me. Give them a bow. Alright. Hey Nanosum, good to see ya. Thanks, Zalopster. Alright, so I'm gonna put these safe in here. Let's see. So I'm not sure exactly how I want to divvy up the time here that I have tonight. But maybe we could start with these caskets here. So these are not all of the ones that I've gotten over the time. I was just opening them as I got them. But I was like, it might be fun to get some for a stream sometime. So I have some for a stream sometime right now. Not many. I fumbled my easies a couple times, so I could have like 3 or 4, but we managed with 1. And beginners are always awful, so let's not get our hopes up too much, but let's just see what we get. As a reminder, here is the collection log for clues for beginners. We have actually quite a bit at 115. Nothing here would really mean very much, except it would be cool to get one of these because I'm going to be killing a lot of white knights for law runes soon, and those would look cool. So that's about it. And then easies, 7 uniques, none of which are all that impressive. I guess, yeah. This is nice. I got these. That'll probably be the next video. But yeah, so obviously the thing that you want there is the golden apron because I am pretty close to crafting guild. So yeah. All right. Let's see here. We'll start with the beginners. Oh, and yes, I have been walking around like this for months. Hey Jim, welcome. You're just in time to see what 11 beginners looks like. Has anyone ever witnessed it? I don't know. Alright, let's see. Alright. Okay, I can use those natures, so. Hey! Now we're talking Zamorak. I guess we're rocking the Zamorak. Unless... no. Okay. Unless... Ooh, Law Runes. That is actually awesome. That's like 4 Law Runes is 2 Law Rune drops, which is days. No, not days, hours. I meant to say hours, everybody. Not days for 4 Law Runes. Okay. So that's awesome. I don't have a rune scimitar yet, because I can't make them. That's kind of the current flaw in my logic here. I need to, for my plan, I need to have 98 smithing so I can boost and make Runite legs. So I'm gonna have to get 98 smithing on struts. That's just the best way. So, anyway. Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, sorry, I caught everybody up a little bit earlier, but I'll do it again because we're getting some more folks. But first, the only easy casket will be... Hey, I'll take it. I don't think I have a cool shield. I don't think. Let's see. Do I have a cool shield? Shield. No, not really. Alright, sweet. Best in slot. Where is it? Here. Okay. Do this. Alright, sweet. Yeah. Okay. So another. Okay. Wait. I'm gonna forget, and I know I need it for the video, so I'm gonna. Wait. Here, switch to that one. Yeah. Okay. So along the way, we got lots of mining experience for not the purpose of mining experience, but for the purpose of the rocks, and we managed to end at rank 40 for all hardcore Ironman, using our rune pick at Rune Rocks. So that's pretty cool. I'm just glad that I just barely eked out past Fuse when a Fuse is hardcore. But his other one got me beat. But I'm sandwiched in there until he sees this, if he ever does, and then he'll beat me. But for now, I'll claim number 40. And in case anyone's curious, I'm always kind of curious. My woodcutting slipped from front page to number 32. So, but I think we're gonna have a chance to make that back. So, all right. So you're done with mining Runite or not? Yes, I will. I'll go over that in just a sec here. Again, first I want to lock settings, unlock everything. Wait. Those have been locked forever. Okay, so along, I haven't spent any unidentified minerals this whole time. You can't examine in here. Interesting. And so now I'm going to use them. This is going to, I have a crafting grind to make amethyst dark tips, or whatever the highest tier amethyst thing is. And so I'm going to get a lot of that from gem packs and cutting all of them. We also have a little bit of stardust that we'll go spend too. Some gold nuggets, just cash out, get a big stack. So we'll spend a little bit of time doing that. Let's see. Does the price go up? No. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. Can I drop these? Ooh, okay. I should have... Okay. Okay, sorry. I'll get to your question about me dying and being pre-recorded in just a sec. Also, there is a slight chance that we can get an onyx, but it is not a chunk requirement. Okay, yeah, so I have been long gone. Oh, I can just click here again, no problem. Slaving away at Rune. And the purpose of that is to get lots of bagged yew trees. Because I need to get 99 construction, and I don't have a saw, and the best way I can do that, the only way I can really do, well, I guess there's two ways I can get construction experience, but the one I'm starting with is bagged plants, and and I need that because I have the construction cape in my chunk, and I can now I can get to and from my house with law runes, and I now have access to the bagged plant cellar. So so I need lots of money, and I need more than Limport needed because my source of law runes is awful, and I can't walk to my portal. So it's more efficient time-wise if I get more money to get less law runes. So I'm buying bagged yews for 20k each. And to do that, I'm starting off with, so really I should need about 1.8 bill or something. But I'm going to start off with 1 bill, which I just got the law runes, sorry, the Runite ore for. And I earlier this year finished the coal that I'll need. Yeah, I've got all the stuff that I need. I got to make it into rune, and then get my smithing up to make them into rune plate legs. And then I need to kill a heck of a lot of white knights to get a heck of a lot of law runes, and the nature runes to alch my legs to get the 1 bill. And at that point I'll have 1 bill and all the law runes I need, and then I need to buy all the trees, and then I need to use them and plant them, and that'll get me to about 93 construction. At which point I'm planning on switching to to forestry to check out what the token experience is like there. They upped the rate of forestry events, and so yeah, they made them more common, and the experience. Nope. Oh, hey, that's not true. Yeah. Okay. And the experience scales with your construction level, so that's kind of the thought there. Also, it would be good to, be taking another shot, getting some more seeds to see if I can get a tangle root in there too. So we'll see how that goes. And if it goes awfully, we can always just come back here and have another stream like this when I finish rune a second time. Okay, so that's my spiel. Hey, Water. How's my day been? Love your work? My day's been alright. I mean, sometimes kids will be kids, and it's kind of frustrating. But they're just growing up to be humans, learning all that. But no, day at work was good. Glad it's Friday. So, yeah, not a whole lot to write home about, but it's good. Hope yours was too. Yeah, it has been a while, Jim. Sorry, I'm going all over the place in this chat. Hey, Grace. Hey, Kat. Hey, Vid. If I didn't say that. Yeah, no, not pre-recorded. Actually live, 2025. Whatever day it is. This takes a while to buy all this. It would be sweet to get the onyx, but no, I don't need it. That's definitely meme category, if I'd say so. So I don't think I'm gonna have quite enough experience from this to get my. Let me just double check here. What level do I need? It's in weaponry, probably. Yeah, I need 89, and I'm really hoping to just get to 85 off of this stuff, because I can AFK amethyst and then make that to dart tips probably. Because I'll want to make amethyst arrows probably to kill white knights with that because I'm planning on I'm probably gonna get finish off maxing my combats, except maybe not magic. And so I'm gonna use some amethyst arrows there probably. Here. Hey, Skulltrick, welcome, welcome. Oh, I clicked on something. If I did get an uncut onyx, that would be incredible. And I don't think I'd have a mold to do anything with the onyx other than cut it. But it would be cool. Hey, I'm not good at names. I don't have much practice either because I don't stream very much. Quixotic, maybe. Cool. The Return of the King. Thank you. Briefly, then I'll go off to get some milk from the grocery store, and I'll come back in a couple months. Watching a series is a bit like reading a chronicle. So much time passes between major events. It's true. I do. That's like I do pride myself on having very stacked videos, so that the series is very digestible. While in real time, it's not really that digestible. Alright, let's see. Hey, Hambully. Hey, it's been a while since I've seen you. I know you're on my friends list somewhere, but I've been playing with private off most of the time. Bunch of sheep. So, what do you think, guys? Should we talk to this guy? Maybe we should. That'd be a nice thing. Yeah. Alright. You probably have a lot of bank magic experience from the Lauren grind. Yeah, it's true. I mean, even just alking all that is gonna be I don't know what I was saying. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of experience. They drop great law runes. Sorry, great all runes. Loads of them. So I'm sure I'll get great experience. And all the teleporting and all the alking. It's just, yeah. I'm not too worried about it. And I don't know when the next time I'm gonna have a magic requirement is, but I'm not sure what to do. This nice fella's talking to me. Take these out while we're at it, just so it's all together. Is there anything else I can talk about while this guy's comprehending what I just told him? Is there anything to show? If anyone missed it earlier, we got these tonight. Some drip. Teleport I'll never use. Nothing's changed here. Nothing's changed there. Nothing has changed here. Nothing has changed here. Oh, I can go over pets. Yes. No one, So, as far as I know, last I checked, we will see. Every time I check, I have a different number of pets. But no, okay, it's still at 6. I hop around on mobile so much, so I have no idea when I'm getting pets. But I currently have 6. So that's where we'll end at for now. 6. Hey Goblin, welcome. Have you calculated how far along you'll be on the Herblore grind from the Lauren grind, just in preparation for that chunk? Honestly, they do drop herbs. I got stuff to do. Sorry, friend. They do drop herbs, but they're fairly infrequent. Okay, well, they're right there. Alright, I can't... I know I told this guy that I'm done, but... Sorry. These are mine. I'm gonna have to go into Runite Anonymous because it's pretty bad. Oh, he just left. Oh, okay. Guess we won, maybe? Hey, Mr. Meowblub. What a great name. Been watching you forever. It's an honor to see you live. I just saluted you, but you couldn't see it. Welcome, welcome. It's rare to catch me live, so it's a good find out there. Alright, I guess we scored one. Alright, let's go use the gold nuggets. I'm pretty sure that like in terms of time, the Stardust is by far the best. I'm also like 4 away. Maybe I should do like 1 inventory or two inventories or something to get round this off to the next pack, but that's not worth stream time, I don't think. Alright, friend, come here. Yeah. Oh, that was it. That was kind of depressing. Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you go back, and you go back, and now for the Stardust. I don't think I have the banked experience plugin. I don't think. Let me double check. Banked. Oh, it says I do. But where is it? Loot lookup. No. I thought it was like a. Okay, well. Oh, I have it turned off. That's why. XP. Okay, awesome. Where am I going? Over here. Okay. Hey, not so good Reddit user. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it does say 77k Runite ore. And yes, it did take, what did I say? 142 days. So, I said it earlier, but I'll bring it up again. While I'm doing this, I'll just switch back to this one. So I was keeping stats. It took from January 29th to today, which is 142 days, or 140 something days. My best day was 1,078, which I still don't know how I did that. Daily average over here of 528 for 6.8 mil, and then the weekly average of almost 3.7k and 47 mil. So we have been busy. You have not seen me much, but I have been busy, so. Yeah, that 1,000 in a day, I don't know. No one must have been online. No competition, I don't know. Actually, I'm pretty sure that day I had like an appointment, and so I got to work from home. Because it's like a 20-minute commute to work. And so it didn't make sense to go into work and come back. So that was probably that day, if I had to guess. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this stuff. Well, obviously cut it, but like, I don't know if there's any reason to need all of these gems. But I'm still gonna need more, probably. I'll pump it in the dump it and not pump it. Dump it in the calculator in a sec here. Any luck on farming pet at all? No, sorry, Sean. I've I've been stuck in the mines and I've not been getting any seeds down there from trees, so I've not been able to plant any trees, so therefore no pet chance, unfortunately. But there's plans to go back to tree chopping this chunk after I finish with the back plant stuff. So there'll still be a shot. Although I'm not going to make it a requirement again until I hit another patch. So, but that would be pretty sweet if I just had it done, wouldn't it? So, what's everybody up to? Is anyone else mining 77,000 Runite? Because I sure as heck am not right now. No, thank you. Let's see here. Playing RS3, watching Falador. Alright, great combo. Alright, we've done it. This is what we end with. Let's switch this to... Okay, let me see. I have... Okay, wait, no, it's this way. Okay, let me see. You can all watch me. Visit a bank. Shouldn't it, like, know my experience? It's not that hard, but... Alright. I know, no Onyx. Sad scam game. How's the law rune stack looking? I believe I'm 42% done already with that, and this is left to the side. It's looking at about 2,000-ish, so yeah. Okay, I don't know how to tell this what to do. Okay, that throws off my stacks. Okay, how do we refresh? Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Can't do anything with that or this. Wait. Oh, ignore. Oh, I see what it's doing. Ignore all items. Include. Include. Okay, and then it doesn't include. I see. Okay. Yeah. So it says I'll get to 84, and I was hoping I'd get to 85. So I'm a little bit off. The reason I want 85 right now. Hey, King Christoph. Welcome. Because then I can make amethyst arrow tips. Which I have a little bit of amethyst, but not all that much. Okay. Am I excluding Sapphire? I sure hope I wasn't. No, yeah, I was including it. So, yeah. Alright. Only 54k? That's not bad. Easy. Alright, so let me see. What was I gonna do? It's a weird spot to be. Like finishing a huge grind that's taking you 5 months. It's like, what do I do now? We can start smelting. I know that's what I'll probably... Well, actually, what I'm gonna do as soon as the stream ends is I'm gonna start chipping all these off probably, but... I don't know. That's probably not very exciting. But then again, neither is watching me smelt rune. But it would be very satisfying for me. I might do that. It'll be therapeutic. I'll get... Let's see. I think I can do like 6 inventory maybe? fill. Draw. We'll see. We'll see if that's right. I'm just guessing. We'll see. He sells you untradables. I did know that, Sean, actually. People thought that I cheated because I have a Chronicle. But you can get it from him without ever buying one. So, I don't know. Oh, another nice update that they made fairly recently that I'm glad I get to enjoy here. Oh, this is not quite. Is they made it so that it should start going straight out of my rune pack, or my coal bag now. Yeah, so I don't have to do that. Okay, was 6 the right amount? Check. Yes, it is. Awesome. Easy. And I'm pretty sure this bank's still closer. I bet. Yeah, I know. Huge body weight. Massive. Hey, Trocky TV, welcome, welcome. Just in time to see us make some of the first rune bars. Oh, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be like this. Boom, 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 boom. It'll be muscle memory before long. Might start playing again just to get that 77k relay. I don't know. Is it worth it? I don't know. How long's the smelting gonna take? Well, that's a great question. I have no idea. I was kind of gonna feel it out, and then we'll see. But it took Varif a very long time to do his. But I have a closer bank and less to smelt. But I also don't have a teleport. He has a teleport, had a teleport to it. I think I'm gonna move. That's gonna mess everything up. I'll figure it out later. But you know, I probably actually, you know, usually is around when I'd probably release a video, like a big milestone, been like half a year. But I don't think I actually have enough clips for a video. Because I've just been mining. I don't know. What do you gonna record when the only thing that happens is the number of Runite rocks you have in your bank has gone up? Like, that's it. If you get Cam Docile, what will you do? What will you do to the lockboxes in Maze? Because armor is part of a shared loot table. Yeah, I'd have to look into it, but presumably I'd get everything from the chests, as long as it's not a meme. I don't know. What rune items are you going to smith to Alk? I'm planning on making Runite legs. Because they give the most GP per bar when you alk. Only problem, that takes 98 smithing, so this 50 XP I'm getting for each bar is better add up quick. But I'm going to finish up the rest of it at struts, which will take a while, so. What happens if you accidentally click out of bounds? You say oops and you go back in. At least that's what I do. It's happened before. Usually it's well, I've already I got the soundtrack for this one so early. I don't think this one had a unique soundtrack. I did accidentally somehow. I was following an impling and it like yoinked me around here and there's a chunk right there. And so I got that soundtrack, so I really don't have any proof that I haven't been just flying around in this chunk, that chunk, and this chunk, but I haven't, I promise. So really, the correct answer is you have to restart your series, but no, it doesn't light up or anything. Oh, I did it wrong again. Oh, jeez. It's gonna happen a bajillion times. 1 in 10,850 simple lockbox for an Addy plate. I see. 1 in 680 for ornate. Well, if it's shared, like the way that I did White Knights is that I had to get all the different quantities of drops, even though they were different monsters with different drop rates. They're still like the same NPC basically, and like, so it would probably depend. If it's like a different drop, like a different quantity or something, then I'd say they're different and I'd probably have to get it. If it's the same, I'd say if you get it from Annie, it would count. I don't know if that makes sense. They have their own loot themselves. Ah, I just did it again. Every time. Is your anvil option just the one in the middle of the dwarven mine? Yes, yes it is. Welcome, Mine for Fish. Yes, you get the music on Market Chain. Hey Henry, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Runite sword, yeah, Runite swords are good, but I will not have enough not have enough nature runes to do that. So it has to be Runite legs. Unless I want to get 2-3 times as many White Knight kills. Hey, crazy, welcome, welcome. The armor's on there's a second drop table that's identical but with lower or higher chance. Yeah, then I'd probably, because it's just the chance that's different, I'd probably include those all together. Probably. Can't really say until I have to do it. It also would, I don't know, it might depend on how hard it is too. For me at least, because like I don't know how, I've never done anything with the Baronite stuff, but it could be like that it doesn't make any sense with the rate that you get those at, you know. Oh, I messed up again. I'm distracted. Cut me some slack. Yeah, the clue timers are for these. I was juggling to get a couple clue scrolls earlier, get them done, and those are the garbage steps. I don't have any active ones on the ground, so those are all fine if they despawn. Hey, Baska. Great to see you. 750 shards per vault attempt. Well, then it would depend on how fast you get shards. 5 more legs. Yeehaw. Yay. I love legs. This is probably going to take a heck of a long time. Only about 13 million to go for a level 99 stream. Yeehaw. You know, I could probably ditch something for weight purposes. Yeah, I don't need to be wearing these. The cursed banana is unfortunately necessary though. Are you fully done with the mining goal now for the 99 construction money? Well, so I've divvied up the construction grind into two sets. The first is going to be the bag plants, and that's going to be the first one, which I'm working on right now. And That is going to be one bill. It'll give me about 93 construction. And then after that, I'm going to switch to forestry token experience and see how those rates look, because that scales with your level. And so, you know, I'd be getting almost, well, like 33% more experience. And they upped the frequency at which those events happen, so it might be feasible that way. And if not, then I'll finish it out with Rune again. But yeah, so for the one bill part, I'm done with the mining, which is nice. Hey man, I saw Amethyst while AFKing for Rockwell on my main like 8 months ago. Love the content. Hey. Well, thank you. Yeah, was that 8 months ago? That was probably when I was doing coal. Mining 622k coal, but great times. Which I will say, I enjoyed coal much more than Rude, because the coal, you could sit on one world. It's not competitive. So you get random events. Yeah. Better times. Yeah, the Laurens are a pretty big issue. My only real source of Laurens, well, I can get them from Overworld Essence Siblings, but at a rate of 1 out of 100 for 11 of them. It might be even in my time, I'm not sure, to White Knights, but it's way worse experience and much more annoying. But yeah, so I can get 3 or 2. It's been so long since I've done it. But I can get quite a few from White Knights, but it's still very slow, and I can't walk there, obviously. So in order to make it like, if I were to do the cheapest bag plants, I'd have to get a ridiculous amount of Laurens, because they don't give much experience each. And so it would be way infeasible. So I'm going with bagged yew trees, which are 20k each, and give like 144 XP each or something like that. So yeah, to get 99 from where I'm at, it'd be like 1.8 bill. So I'm getting a little bit over halfway there with the bag plants. Hey Beppis. I'm gonna pretend like I can say that. Saludos de Mexico. Yeah? No, ja is German. See? Imagine if someday you unlock the White Knight armor grind. I think that it doesn't count against you until, actually, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'm just spitting out lies. But I thought that it was, it just counts against you once you've done the quest. But maybe that's not true. But no, I'll be pretty screwed that whenever that happens, if that's not true. Oh, it's a lucky day. I love quizzes. Can you get Laurens? I don't think you can from this, so I'm probably wasting my time. This is like what captchas should have been. I was filling out a captcha for my mom the other day. I swear she's not a robot, and it was the hardest captcha I've ever done. It was like I swear I know what crosswalks look like. Diamond. I'll pick that up on the way back. Hey Jackson, PVM, welcome. It's going great. We just finished the mining grind for now. That's for the foreseeable future. Have a great night, King. It was great catching the stream. Thanks, Sam Bully. Have a great time. Be nice to see you online sometime, but you know. So have a great time. If you got the boys, he's got the Essence Siblings, they're probably faster, right? Yeah, and I mean, I might get sweaty. I could get my alt to go hot form, but you'll find so many, and like the time the kills you would lose going out there for like 100 Essence Simplings, I'm not sure if it'll be worth it. if you were to get one drop. But maybe it would. I have no idea. Oh, I could hit the rare drop table. True. Hold up, here we gotta do this. It's also nice being over here again because I get all these implings. I have no need for this diamond, but I feel like I should probably get it, right? I'm gonna remember this time. Pick up your stuff. Pick up your stuff, Buzz. I remember last seeing your vids when you were just chopping that one oak tree forever. Yes. That was my life for, let's see. Started in 21, rolled in 24? So like 3 years-ish. A lot of chopping trees. I need to lock this. I should still let me fill. Okay, yeah, good. But it messed me up, dang it. Hey TN, what's up dude? I've ran into you a couple times mining rune ore. Nice to see the process moving along. Yeah. It is nice to see it moving along, I'll say, as the one who was mining the Runite ore. But, yeah. I hope that I talked to you whenever I ran into you. A lot of times I'm just mindlessly hopping. I swear I'm not botting. Although, the number of times I've been called a bot, it's a lot. But anyway, yeah. So. It's crazy, bro. You're the definition of dedication. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty dedicated to this account, but like I think what really helped me is, so my life is pretty simple. Like I have a job, I have a family, I have RuneScape, mostly. Well, and other stuff like, you know, like church and like gardening and stuff, but like, so like I discovered that I don't really care that much about what I'm doing on RuneScape. I just care that I have a time dedicated to relaxing after work, after the kids are in bed. Just doing something on this game that I've been playing for years and years and years, and it brings me joy and helps me regenerate my energy for the next day. And so I don't really care what it is I'm doing on this game, and it's just really fun seeing the progress. So, you know, day after day it just adds up, so it's fun. And it's kind of ridiculous. It has like that kind of crazy factor to it. And well, I guess there's also this YouTube thing going, so like other people are invested in it, which makes it harder to, you know, get away from. Not that I'm trying to, but like, it's an extra motivator, you know. Hey Gooby! I saw you 2 days ago mining, and you hot mid-convo. That's exactly like me. I'm sorry. I was doing a lot of... Oh wait, oh yeah, you were the... Oh yeah, that's you. Okay, yeah. You stopped by, and... I forget, I don't think I remember your username, but I remember that I talked to someone a couple days ago. That shows you how infrequently I talk to people, but... Would it break your rules if someone lured a barbarian to you and it drops a mold? That's a good question. I know that you can do that. I saw that I could hop over and I could teleport back, and I think you can probably get a barbarian in there. It's a little bit of middle ground territory, you know, like, I don't know, it's definitely not in this chunk, but you can obtain it while you have not left the chunk. So, I don't know. Like, if there's someone else's series that depends on that, I'm not going to tell them no. Would I use it for mine? Probably not. But it would give me a lot of crafting experience of all my gold, but I did it again. You distracted me. I got that backwards. Well, shucks. What's your day job? Yeah, I'm a computer programmer for a manufacturing company at their corporate office. So, and we're just switching our system from an old legacy, very ancient system to a new web-based system. So I'm learning lots and lots about JavaScript, and it's just great. I love JavaScript. That's sarcasm. Not a huge fan. But you know, job security. Everything uses JavaScript these days, so that'll look a lot better on my resume if I ever have to go somewhere else. So, yeah. Oh, one sec, guys. Sorry, the wife popped by and it was being irresponsible of me not to say goodnight to my wife. So, I did. Alright, let me see. Where was I? I just said what my day job was. Totally feel that. That's how I maxed my account. Even if it was a skill I didn't love, and chipping away at a big goal was relaxing afterward. Yeah, I mean, I've been actually multi-logging on my dead hardcore, and right now he's at 98 agility. And if you watched my second to last, or last video, one of my videos, I said I hate agility, and I still hate agility. But, I mean, it's not that bad if you're just mindlessly doing it, you know? What happened to that implant? 77k is insane. How's it going? Welcome, Sardicus. It's going pretty good, Mental's still intact, but I am very happy to be done with the Runite. So, yeah, gonna get it next time. Maybe. It's one of the languages of all time. Well, we're using this front end called EXTJS, and it was not my decision to start with EXTJS. And it would not have been my decision if it was my choice. I don't know if anyone said worked in EXTJS, but it's... I just hate how there's all these, like, magical things that you're supposed to, like, just know. Like, obviously there's only these options that are string constants that work as options to this one thing that you need to know is a property you can set. And it's just like, there's no idea. But I will say, it is nice that, honestly, the best tool, not even looking at documentation, is going to the maker's website and asking their AI, how do I do this? Because it knows. So that's great. Very nice. I just do math all day and make lots of phone calls. Aha. I could guess what your job is, but it'd probably make me sound like a fool because I have no idea what does that. Phone calls, math. Some kind of like accounting? No, I have no idea. Taxes, maybe? Alright. Hey, 2Sav. I'm slow. Why do you mind so much rune? So, alright. It's quite a long story, but So I need to get the construction cape because with my 2 chunks now, I have both the cape and the bag plants, and I can teleport to him from my house. So I need to get lots of bag plants, cost lots of money. How to make money? Well, I have rune rocks now, so I'm making 1 billion GP as a start. I need to buy more expensive bag plants because my source of law runes is so bad that it's more time efficient to spend it making money rather than getting the law runes. So I'm buying bagged yew trees for 20k a pop instead of the cheapest trees. So this will get me to about 93, and then I'm going to switch to using forestry token experience from the Beehive event to see if that gives me better XP, because that scales with your level. At that point, I'll be 93 construction. So that's the play right now. If it goes awfully, we'll switch back to Rune, because it got us to 93. So yeah. Civil engineer, project manager, heavy industrial construction company. Gotcha. Yeah, I would not have guessed that. I remember when I was in high school and like doing career kind of stuff, being like, oh, what are you supposed to go into? One thing that my mom said, she said that I should be a civil engineer just because she knows that it involves math and I am good at math. I'm like, that sounds like a great reason, Mom. But I did what I wanted to, and I don't think it was a bad decision. Because I really love programming. Program in C 90% of the day. JavaScript makes me want to throw up. Oh, I know, right? I would love to program in C. Last time I programmed in C was in college, but it feels so much better. One thing I will say though about JavaScript, I do like being able to define just whatever I want on the fly using JavaScript object notation. That is nice. But yeah, relying on it then is not as nice. So yeah. Is this maybe the most Runite or one hardcore has ever gathered by themselves? Probably. I don't know of anyone who's gathered more, but I haven't sought out that information. It's definitely a lot, and I don't know why anyone would mind that much. If someone has more, they definitely didn't mind that much. I'll just say that. Worst moneymaker OSRS. Well, it's really not that bad. It was 47 mil. Yeah, like 47 mil a week. Yeah. So it's really not that bad, but it's kind of a lot of hours. I also have no idea how well this time played was tracked, because I was hopping all day, every day. So I don't know if a bunch of that was lost, but that's a lot of time. This man's about 606 mil off of room plates if you high alco. Yeah, well, I'm going to be making room plate legs, which will give me a better alc per bar. And that should get me up to 1 bill. So, money, dollar bill. Yep. This week has been the return of some of my favorite creators. Welcome, Hedgehog King. I think that implicitly implies that I'm one of your favorite creators, so thank you. What do you recommend for self-teaching how to code? Well, self-teaching. I mean, it sounds dumb, but kind of just doing it helps. It also kind of depends, like, so I went to college, I have a bachelor's in computer science, but I was coding before high school. One of our friends at church was a professor at a local college, and he wrote a book about a programming language, like a newish programming language, and so we got really interested in that and read his book. It was supposed to be like kind of a beginner's course, so we did that. My brother and I. He's 1 year younger than I. And so we did that, and then we did robotics in high school, and that was fun. But So that stuff was all outside of formal schooling. Obviously, formal schooling is helpful. I definitely don't think it was a waste of money by any means. We were talking about self-teaching. Once you've learned one language, learning another language is much easier. And so, like, you know, I programmed in JavaScript, Python, ABL, Bash, C Sharp, you know, and eventually you just kind of get the feel for it. And then once you know how to tell it what you're thinking, it'll all come together. In terms of self-learning, I, so I've been trying to help my brother find a job actually, and all the listings on there have something to do with web development. So if you're going to learn something and you want to be practical instead of like what you want to do, maybe if you like a better language, it probably involves some kind of web framework, which is unfortunate. I don't think that's a great way to learn. Honestly, Python's a pretty good language for learning, I think. Alright, that's going to be my final answer. I think if you start with Python and just try to put together something, maybe, I don't know, make something using the tkinter library. That's like a visual way to kind of do learning. That's good. Or making simple, I don't know how advanced you're talking about, but like, you know, simple command line programs. Just kind of understanding coding logic. And then it's just a matter of getting the languages and the libraries and syntax and stuff. So, yeah, 95% of it's just Googling, honestly. Yeah, you could do some tutorials. I never find too much help in tutorials, honestly. Like, a lot of it's just copying what this other person's doing. And like, am I learning anything? Like, especially if you copy and paste, you're not even getting the keystrokes, like the muscle memory, you know? So, I don't know. Some people may find that more helpful. Where are you going to get all the nutrients for high-alking the put legs? I'm going to get those from White Knights. I should get, while I'm going for the Laurians, I should get just enough of my nature roots to alk them all. So while I kill White Knights, I'll also be getting a fat cash stack as I alk my legs. So. One of the best robotics programmers I've ever seen. I think I saw you in a Harlem Shakes video 10 years ago. I don't know. I don't think I was in that video. I don't know. I'd have to check. But I don't think I was in that video. Harlem Shake. Does anyone remember that? Isn't that a... Is that a president? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Googling things is really important for coding. You need to know what to ask. And that's another thing. Hey, Brian Kilpatrick. Working software. I have zero formal training. You just have to know the tools and display that knowledge. Yeah. Honestly, my experience, like being employed as a programmer, is like you need to come in with like an understanding of programming, but in all my stops it's been like you'll kind of learn what they're going to ask you to do on the job, you know. If as long as you know programming and they need you to know C Sharp, you'll kind of learn C Sharp as you do your work. But that's like an entry-level perspective. Obviously, if you're going for something senior, you kind of need to know what you're doing, but that impling needs to disappear. Is there one that's been haunting me? Young impling. Somewhere. So glad I learned Bootstrap at one point. Bootstrap. Really common early programs like a calculator, tic-tac-toe games, computer. Yeah, stuff like that. Well, let me see. It depends on how simple you're going, but like, I remember one of my CS 131 projects was to make a Fahrenheit to Celsius converter in in Python. That's just you enter command line argument, you get a different number back. So like, that's very easy. Something like infix to postfix notation. That was kind of fun. But if you don't know much about computer science, that stuff probably doesn't make sense. So, oh geez, I don't even remember what we did. Harvard puts out a CS course every year. I did not know that. Oh, I do know there's like Khan Academy stuff for computer science, which might be helpful. But I think that's paid, isn't it? I'm not sure. Oh, hey, sir, come back, come back. No. Okay, he's gone. Harvard CS 50. Yeah, if you want to go to Harvard, you could just do that. Currently doing my yearly cybersecurity course my company makes me do while chunking. There you go. At least know that you're... But legally, they can say that you took it. I know our company has to buy cyber security insurance or whatever, and it is hefty, I'll say that. I don't even know what that means, cybersecurity insurance, but it's the thing. Also, the run changes are going to be huge here, probably. Yeah, my org is having me go to a platform engineering course. Ah, gotcha. I'm forced to get the CompTIA certs for cybersecurity, and I hate it. Yeah, at some point we'll probably have to do that for us, because, well, all of our websites are internal, actually. I guess we'll see. We're kind of in the infant stage of migrating from a very legacy, ancient terminal-based system to web stuff. So we're kind of defining how everything is going to look. Pretty nebulous right now, but... Hey, Daryl. Heard there was a party, the best kind of party, a buzz stream. It is the best kind of party, isn't it? We just finished mining all of our Runite tonight. So we have enough to get 1 billion GP, and we have all the coal, so now we do the very, very enjoyable task of smelting it all and cutting a lot of gems that I got. Got 84 crafting banked, so 20 levels, I guess. So, cool. Isn't that just the greatest walk? Although I will say, don't use the cursed banana if you're like horribly, horribly introverted, because there are a lot of people that will talk to you about how it looks like you're trying to poop or something like that. I'll tell you. I'm like, I understand, sir, but I have to mine rune and hop right now. So close, but so far. I know. I just like getting the number to 100% so I can start another thing going up to 100%. Can you walk us through what's next after the long smithing grind? Okay, so yeah, I'll just go step by step of my goals here, basically. So we're doing all this smelting, right? This is gonna get us 77.8k Runite bars. And it'll get us to like 91 smithing, something like that. And from there, we need to get to 98 so we can +1 boost to make the rune legs. And we'll do that with struts because it's just the most time efficient thing. I don't really need to be wasting coal on other things. Yeah. So I'll do struts to 98, and then I'll use dwarven stouts, and run all my bars over to the anvil at the end of the tunnel down there to make a whole bunch of rune plate legs. And that'll get me well past 99, and then I'll have all the rune plate legs. Then from there, I need to get the runes that I need, which are nature runes to alch them, and law runes to go to and from my house. And so then I'll be killing lots and lots of white knights. I have to get over 2,000 more law runes, and I have to get obviously like 20,000 something natures for alching. But I should be able to get the natures within the time it takes to get the law runes, in theory. And from there, I will then have 1 billion GP and all the law runes that I need. Then I'll have to buy all the bag plants, which I have to buy 50,000 of them. And I have to buy them one per world, one at a time. Because, well, I have exactly enough money, one bill, to buy 50,000. So I'll hop around a lot, buy a whole bunch of them. And then we'll spend them all, get to 93 construction. At which point we've essentially finished the bag plant portion. And then from there on, I'm going to be doing forestry for the beehive event, which gives construction experience every time you repair a beehive. And that experience scales with your level. So I'll be getting more experience at a higher level than I would right now. So that's why I'm doing it later. And we'll see if it ends up making sense. But so during the day when I can AFK, I'll probably be chopping my yew tree here to get good logs to use. And then when I am at my desktop and can hop around, I'll do the chop hop method with my alt to get fast forestry events and use all my yew logs. And I'll be able to use this tree and this bank, so I'll be able to get them pretty quick. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan. And then basically just do that till I'm 99. So that is the plan. And then somewhere along there, I'm also going to have to get some more crafting. But that won't take long. It'll just be mine amethyst, cut amethyst, basically. Wandering around Gillinor knowing you might encounter someone on a grind like this rocks. Yep, there are people out here like us. There's tens of us. Haha. Actually, I don't know. There's probably over 100 chunkers, right? I don't know if there's 100 actively playing. I know there's a friends chat. Yeah, let's see how many people are in here. This is just at one time, though. There's 42 people on right now, so like, yeah, there's definitely over 100 of us. For sure. 400 people? Alright. Yeah, see, that's definitely more than 100. But then again, how many of those are actively, like, playing? And how, like, I feel like the average course of a chunk man is you make make a vanilla chunk man or make one that's hard, and then play for like a week and then realize that this is hard and boring and stop. I feel like that's the usual course that people take. So I guess you gotta be built a little bit different, maybe. There's a waiting pool to jump. Jeez. Alright, good to know. You get kicked. That's kind of harsh. But I guess, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder why they capped it at like 500 or whatever it is. Have you seen Cockstrunk finally ruled? I saw that in my recommended. I haven't really followed his series much, but I know that starting at the Cockstrunk is kind of crazy. So, yeah. Mad props to him. I wonder how long his first chunk took. I know he started quite a while after I did. Oh, they patched the Chop Hop force spawning forestry events? Did they? This is awful news. I'm gonna blame you, Connor, because you told me. Did they? What did they change about it? I got my box. That would suck. I think I did the math, and as long as I can get 10,000 construction experience a day from forestry events, it would be equal to what I'm doing right now, probably. Assuming that it'll take 1 year to get the construction experience out of what I have right now, basically. So, the Google spreadsheet not working for anyone else? Oh dear. Oh, okay, so I messed that up too. Let me double check it. It seems to break every once in a while. Hey, Juke Wook. Welcome, welcome. Let me find my description here. Where's my description? Is this the right link? Opening the file in Google Sheets. This could take. The file could not open. Oh no. That's not good. Let me see. I know it was working on my last stream. Let me find my last stream. and see if it has a different link. Because I copied this from an older stream. The description. Thanks for mentioning it though, that is helpful. That does look like a different link. That one does work. So I need to update the description. I'll update it to this. Edit. Alright. The description should be updated. And there was much rejoicing. How come you aren't in the Chunk clan? Well, for one, a lot of the time I'm on mobile. So if people see me in there, they might want to talk to me about what's going on, and I probably will not be in a position to talk back most often. That's one reason. Another reason is I don't know how to phrase what I'm thinking right now. So if it comes off bad, it's not intended that way. But like my grinds are very long and require not focusing on details or not focusing on big picture. It's just do your chunk that is you need to do for right now. By chunk I mean like your allotted quota for the day basically. And that is not how conversation flows in there. You have vanilla people who are just doing so much stuff every day, and a grind is like, oh no, it's gonna take 2 hours. And that's just, it's kind of distracting when like my grind is going to take 142 days, you know? And so I think it's easier to get in the right mental state if I stay locked in without seeing how other people's progress is going, if that makes sense. But no, I mean, if you're playing in OneChunk, it's a great clan to be in. Lots of cool people there, lots of creators in there too. So. No worries, man. Hadn't seen you in months and wanted to see what your goals and updates are. Yeah, it'd be nice if that was working. Yeah. I've been updating it every day, so I mean, it's a shame that on the day that it's being showcased, it's not working. So, but now it should be. So, cheers. Holy. Hey, Brennan, welcome. I can buy a lot of boba with that. Thank you for the very, very generous super chat. Wow, I'm not sure what to say, but as always, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate you staying a channel member, even though I am not probably upholding my end of the bargain there. Hey, you're awesome. I just wanted to say hello. Long time no see. Stoked on your progress. Yeah, thanks. It's yeah, it's lots of progress, just not always at the forefront of everyone's mind. But still going strong. So it is what it is. Thanks again, Brendan. That's very generous. What's the current estimate on how long just construction will take? Like, by that, do you mean like? Like just construction involves smithing, wood cutting, murdering white knights. Like, kind of depends on what you mean by just construction, but it's pretty much the entire chunk that's left, getting to 99. Or are you talking about just like the actual using bagged plants? That might be a different I can imagine it's kind of off-putting sometimes when you see someone complain about something. You're like, oh yeah, that's you grind for a bit. Wow. Yeah. I mean, a little bit. I mean, everybody's grind's a little bit different. We play these accounts to like our goals, and my goals are not. It wouldn't be fair for me to say that everyone has to do my goals. They're just what I want to do. You know, so. There's someone who's been mining who's mining like 600 coal by hand. I think she hit 200k recently, started in October. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I had to mine 622k, so I've been there, done that. And, yeah. It's a grind. She's probably, just guessing, but if she's not in the East Falador chunk, not having those gloves, that would be a real pain. I'll say I've been very blessed to have the expert mining gloves. So it's like click, and then you get 4 coal. Like it's kind of wild actually. You can see my mining experience. Fully grind 77k Runite ore. Other than Frey after his rev grind, you've got to be the richest chunk man in Northsires. Possibly. I don't know. But right now, I don't actually have the money, so it doesn't count. But I do have a lot of stuff. Although, I don't know. Isn't Limport? He's doing revs, right? Or I might be behind, but I thought he was doing revs. He probably has loads too. Well, there's the mining XP. It's rank 40 for hardcores. Just past Fuse's hardcore. One of them. His other one's ahead of me, but still. Like after you've obtained the needed gold. I don't think it'll take that long. Well, the buying of the trees is actually going to take a while. Because it's 1 per world and I have to get 50,000. But, I think using them will be pretty quick. Well, I don't know. My perception of pretty quick is probably a little skewed. I don't know. But I mean, most of my idea for estimating time is once I get going, I'll kind of get a feel for it. So, kind of hard to guesstimate everything up front. But it's hard because that's when you need to kind of make your decisions. Hey Savage Jesus J. What's goody? Happy weekend, y'all. It is goody. I am glad it's the weekend too. My son, he's gonna be 6 in August. This is his first season of T-ball, and that is just straight entertainment. Watching these kids play T-ball. I've always had this perception of like baseball families of being kind of like snooty. But so I was a little. I know that we're not a real baseball family. We're probably a pretend baseball family. And but no, everybody. It's just hilarious. These kids, they have no attention spans. They can't throw the ball. Nobody ever wins or loses. It's just we finished the game and we all are glad. It's a great time. If you make all those ores into plate bodies in outcome, that's like 595 mil. Yeah, the plate legs add quite a bit. The per bar on plate legs is much better. Fair enough. I have driven all my friends to watch your series. We started referencing you when we don't want to do things in video games. There you go. Would Faladaddy do it? Is he dumb enough? The answer is usually probably yes, unfortunately. I remember seeing a dad teach his kid baseball and he's like, keep your eye on the ball. And his son puts his whole face on the ball. Sounds about right. I also have a hard time like teaching my son like mechanics of things like that. He just wants to have fun, but like it would be more fun for me if I saw him, you know, hit it really far or catch the ball. But I mean that's fun to him, but the you know the attention is not on having fun then, it is on doing it right and making your father proud of you, which is not a very 6-year-old thing, 5-year-old thing to think. Yeah, almost 1 bill with split legs. There you go. And it would be 1 bill, like it's I'm just a little bit short, and that's because I have a couple mil already. So I'll answer your question here, Joseph. Do I watch any other YouTube series? I pretty much follow mostly like just Verf and the other guy, Limport. That's pretty much it. I also follow Hannibal, I guess, which his beaver grind's kind of unfortunate. But I mean, yeah, he's got a ways to go before he can really start complaining. Well, he's very unlucky. So. Anyway, he'll get it soon. I promise. Guaranteed. How's the family been? Hope the kids haven't been driving you and Mrs. Faladaddy crazy. Well, yeah. You know, every day, every week is a little bit different. Right now, our 2 youngest girls are having difficulty with separating from mom, which is fine. I mean, one of them is 1.5, and then the other just turned 4, so it's fine. But I'll say the girls have been much more difficult than our oldest boy, T-Ball. So, but you know, it's what you sign up for when you're a parent. Just gotta be as patient as you can. And some days that's really hard. Like today, I tried giving my middle child, well, there's a whole nother conversation about middle children, but so she wanted me to open this fruit pouch, like applesauce pouch thing. Well, she didn't want me to. She brought it out, and mom had to open the pouch. But mom was busy doing something with one of our other kids, I don't remember what. And so I opened the pouch, and she refuses to take it from me because mom didn't open it. I'm like, my adult brain cannot comprehend what I'm being told by this child right now. Just eat it. What do you mean? It's what you... Anyway. So, a lot of stuff like that. But, yeah. No, they've been good. We've had a couple bouts of, you know, strep, ear infections, stuff like that, but nothing too bad. So, yeah. Hey, Daniel, welcome. Validating content in this economy? The economy must be really tanking if Daddy's here. Oh dear. Welcome. Your child has perfect 4-year-old logic. I know. It makes sense. She did not get what she asked for. She asked for mom to open it. What don't you understand about that, Dad? And stuff like getting pajamas on, brushing teeth, washing hands before meals. Each little thing is a struggle right now. But it all comes in phases. Everything at this age is a phase, and so I'll just be glad when they're done with this phase, you know? There's phases and then there's regressions, and it's just great. But pretty soon we're going to be weaning our youngest off of her binky, and I'm not looking forward to that. Because she's been a terror about ever leaving mom's side, so it's going to be tough. My wife has to sweeten my tea or it just doesn't taste as good. True. Although if my wife sweetens anything, it's not sweet enough. Because she cares about me and wants me to stay alive. But that's not what I'm caring about. I want this sweet. Speaking of sweet tea, it's sun tea season. I don't know if anyone remembers, but got a nice glass here. Which actually I'm almost out of, but yeah. I'm glad you're showing us progress. Yeah. We are making lots of progress, so. And now it's great because my experience that I'm gaining is actually going towards leveling again, which is exciting. So. When I was a kid, I remember refusing to try food or something that my mom had bitten or such. And she'd just be like, son, you came out of my bottom. I know. Oh, it's perfect. Like, sometimes, you know, we just have one banana left and we're like, sorry, you have to share. And like, eating something that another person has touched that isn't fresh from the cupboard or something is just an impossible battle. You'll never win that with a 4-year-old. So, I don't know. I mean, the logic makes sense to me. Mom needs to open it because Dad has to focus on his junk block. Yeah, so really, the middle child is just looking out for me. I think you're right. I think you're right, Bevis. Thank you, GC Engineer. Thank you. Maybe. That's a compliment. I don't know. How's the sun tea craze this summer? Been getting enough caffeine? Well, enough caffeine is relative. The important thing is that I stay awake to get my gold up on RuneScape. And that has been accomplished. The sun tea's actually been kind of slow because where I live it's been fairly mild. And this is, last weekend was the first, or one of the first like actual consistently hot weekends that I am at home. So we made some. And this weekend would actually be a perfect one because it is smoldering outside this weekend. So. But I actually forgot how many tea bags and how much sugar I put in. So it's like, I'll just say it, this batch was really good. Maybe a little too good. I don't know. I'll have to rediscover the right ratios there. Do you think Hapri will return? Oh, I kind of, now that you mention it, I just noticed that he hasn't uploaded in forever. Is he not playing anymore? I think I have a script that refreshes the temples for some people. Let me see if I have his on there. What's the map square UIM? He's been playing a little bit this last week. What about month? Oh, so yeah, he just started again this week, it looks like. About 6 months. So yeah, it looks like he stopped playing quite a bit in around Valentine's Day and started again last week. So maybe that means he'll be getting a video going soon. We'll see. Got burnt out looking for the rune crafting pack. Yeah, I'd probably do it to anybody. Have you seen the Priv Trunkman series? It's an interesting watch. I have not seen it. It sounds like it would be an odd one because you have to have so many requirements going in. And that's like, how much am I doing before? I don't know. But yeah, it sounds interesting. Does he have the whole cryptiness unlocked, or just some chunk he's working his way out of there? Walk outside and feel like you're getting punished. I know, right? Yeah, our deck, it was so hot. Just step out and I can feel it through my shoes. It's like crazy. That's what you get for having a dark colored deck, though. Hey, Creamy Cheese Bro, King. Thank you, thank you. We're back. For now. Young Implings. There's young Implings in my area, but are they single? Oh, this is gonna be one that's flirting with the edge here. Foot reveal win. See, I have little baby feet because I always wear socks everywhere all the time. My wife wouldn't like me to say it, but she has very calloused feet because she loves walking barefoot everywhere. I don't think it's worth my time. I'll come back for it when it's more opportune. And so I have these little baby feet, and it's just important that I make sure to scrub them when I shower because they spend a lot of time in their socks. So I don't know if there'd be a foot reveal anytime soon, especially considering I've never had a face reveal, and I feel like we should probably be on a face-to-face basis before we get like foot-to-face basis. And by that I mean like your eyes looking at my feet, not anything else. But that also, we should probably be face-to-face before. Alright, this is getting weird. I'm gonna stop talking. Answer the question. Shots fired at Mama Fowler. No, I love her. But she does have sandpaper feet, it's true. So. Very pretty sandpaper feet. Although she thinks that my feet look weird, which also probably has contributed to me always wearing socks, because then she won't talk about my weird looking feet. Best OSRS YouTube content's alien food. I've never seen any of his stuff. What kind of stuff does he do? I don't get too far out of my lane. If I'm subscribed to somebody, I'll watch their stuff. If I'm not, I'm probably not gonna watch their stuff. Keep the status quo, you know? Alien food is a no wiki, no guide, no help from other players quest cape as an iron. That does not sound like something I would be good at. It does sound like it could be fun though. I don't know how you'd get no help from other players. Well, you'd also, yeah, I don't know, you might need to... Does he have like any prior experience with RuneScape? Is he like new to it? I just flicked a fly. I got him. But then he flew away. I'm like, I'm supposed to be dead. Anyway. Yeah, Alien Food's been a really nice breath of fresh air when it comes to OSRS content. Well, I'm sure. One thing that I really enjoyed, and it's kind of a shame that the quest helper plugin is so prevalent now, is I really enjoyed watching Slayer Music's guides. Like, there's something about, I don't know, him just having the area sounds on and just walking around, it makes me realize like I should have game sounds on and play like that more. Like, it's much more engaging, and it's actually it's a nice, as you said, a nice fresh breath of fresh air. I can't say that phrase for some reason. He was played like 10 years ago, so he has vague recollection of 10. Ah, I gotcha. I don't know how you'd go like without someone spoiling it for you, though. Because the OSRS community is kind of the type where if they see you doing something inefficient, they will tell you and say, why are you not doing the most efficient thing? And so watching someone struggle with a quest would probably be hard for some people. I love questing. The first time doing a quest, I always turn off helper. If I'm doing it again or get stuck, I might turn on helper. Guy's getting shanked with a banana. This lady, sorry. Got flamed for cannoning seagulls for a bird's nest. Yeah. I remember when I was killing white knights here, people would come in and be like, you have the level for a whip, why not use a whip? And I'm like, sir, I am using an adamant mace. Do you think I know that there's better things than an adamant mace at level 118 combat, sir. Anyway. Mook's walking a Falador garden. Yeah. One thing that I think it'll be interesting is like all my grinds have been very skilling focused. It'll be interesting when it's like an actual PVM kind of thing, because I'm not sure how I'll do that. Like most of my time is mobile, and it's like mostly not very attentive mobile. So that's one thing I'm just interested in seeing how I'll have to adapt. Also, like, I'm not the best PVMer. I mean, I'm not horrible, but like, so I'm also kind of excited for it because I want to get better, and putting in 1,000 hours would easily get you better. I've never done 1,000 hours of PVM, so it'll be nice. We're gonna have a 13 defense Ironman. It's not even that niche, but the amount of people saying I'm playing weird and wrong is odd. Yeah, I mean, if some people, they just like, you need to play how I want to play, or you're not playing the right way, because I play the right way. I mean, bless their heart, sometimes they just think they're being helpful. But it can just come off as insulting, kind of, you know. You know, I think we've all been backseated by someone, I'm sure. That's true, a whip does not have plus 3 prayer. Oh, bother. Oh. You know, I've read too many Winnie the Pooh books to my kids. I just say, oh bother, at everything now. I don't realize it until I'm talking to a lot more adults in a long form like this. Yeah, oh bother. Oh, I'm also really glad that when I do the White Knights this time, I will have prayer, because I can recharge it in the basement area over here. So if I want to, I can like pray flick or something and not worry about missing ticks or anything. Because each of those ticks I would miss would be like a whole Janterberry that's like 1 out of 100 or something from Young and Blings or something. So yeah. I'm a god awful PVMer. I've played for like 15 years and finally got my first cape after 11 attempts. First fire cape after 11 attempts last week. Well, congratulations. Yeah, well, the fire cape, the thing about those capes, I haven't ever gotten my Infernal. I've never tried, but the thing about those capes is they take so long for an attempt. And then you get there and you're like, you just freeze up. And so it's just doing it enough to where you get calm. Because once you're calm, it's really not that hard of a fight when you're calm. But the risk, you're risking all that time that you put into it, and it is kind of nerve-wracking. You know, one mistake and you're dead. So like, I get it. I definitely understand it. But like once you have a high-level Ironman and you're just getting Jad tasks, it's like, alright, I guess I'll go kill a Jad. And then you just get used to it. And I hope that it's like that for most PVM, probably. At least I'm counting on it whenever I hit a PVM grind that I need to do. Jad's easy, but Jad after 45 minutes to an hour is tense. Yeah. That's why I've been kind of... I mean, first of all, my Ironman's probably not ready for the Infernal Cape, but gear-wise, but it's also just very daunting because of the time investment. And then messing up, you lose all the time. So 6 recorded times, 77,000 room, or an honor to watch the Psychosis live. Yes. Here to bring pleasure to you, sir. Vegapunk. I do wish that I could superheat these, but there's no way I'll have the... No way in heck I'd have the nature runes for it. By the way, this guy has probably the worst format of a date that I can think of. The best one is YYYY-MM-DD, and it's like objectively true because it sorts alpha like lexicographically that way, and like correctly in terms of dates. It's just the best. Like yeah, like this over here, right there. That's the best. And then it's like, I don't know, it also feels less ambiguous. I know that Americans and Europeans switch month and date, but like, it's a little bit confusing if the date is between 1 and 12, then you don't really know. You need context a little bit more. Yeah, I killed Zora before Jad. I'd always quit after a failed attempt because it was like, man, I wasted 90 minutes. But Zora was like, oh, I wasted 3 minutes. Yeah, it's really not that bad. I mean, I learned Zora. I probably couldn't just pick it up. I'd probably have to relearn it. But yeah, it's losing 3 minutes is not that bad. As opposed to the fire cage. So. Have you calculated the time to do this grind? No, I haven't yet. I was kind of going to see how many I get per hour here. Well, here it's saying, I don't know how long I've been doing this, but it's saying 341 an hour. So if I average 8 hours a day, which I think that's usually about my average. How many is that? 340 times 8 hours, 2.7k a day. 77800 divided by, what was that number? 2,700. Well, so it'll be about a month, probably. About a month. If this actions per hour is correct. You're a data nerd coming out. Yeah, it's true. It's objectively wrong and I'm unsubbing. What? Well, okay. Let me defend myself here. I'm not saying that that's the best way to say it. You obviously would say it how normal people write it. Like in America, I don't know how Europeans say it actually, but America it's like the 20th or the June 20th of 2025, right? Do they in Europe? Do they say like They say like the 20th of June 2025. You know? But I'm not saying that would be the way you'd say it. I'm just saying that's the best way to write it. Do you have a normal account that you play the rest of the game on? Kinda. I mean, my normal account would be my Dead Hardcore that I play as an Ironman. Somewhat. I don't really do very much on him. I told myself I was going to learn PBMing on him, but I've ended up just working on maxing him. Because PBMing is thinking and work and attention, and running agility laps is not that, so I've just been doing that. Slowly maxing. I think it's insulting. People can easily forget the day month, so you'd be like 130, no problem. But imagine assuming people are so stupid they forget the month too. Yeah, I'd be, yeah. They say the phase of the moon first. Oh, is that how they do it over there? Gotcha. The crescent. Small to big. 21st of June. Let's see. Yeah, I know, Andy. I've been thinking that too. I will. Just, I don't want to have to reorganize that tab on stream. And then everybody has to be like, I wouldn't, well, you guys would probably wouldn't say it, but you'd probably be thinking, I wouldn't organize it that way. That's not the right way to do it. So I'm just not gonna, I'll just do it myself. When no one is watching, in the dead of night. It'll be great. 21st of June. Like, I will say that, like, it is nice going from smallest to biggest. It is kind of weird how Americans do it like month, day, year. Like, that might sound the best, like coming out of your mouth, but it should be consistent about it, which is why I like it backwards, because it's the most consistent. Where it goes from biggest to next biggest to next biggest. So, I mean, I would never write it like they do, Europeans, but obviously because I'm not in Europe, and no one would know what I'm talking about. But yeah, most people can kind of understand what you're going for if you were to write a date like that. I'm not denying Europeans are weird, but you're following the Gregorian English calendar. I procrastinate, clear and vague. Yeah, there you go. When you run out of space, you know it's time. And even then, like, you could probably just do it like one thing, right? Although, that doesn't work very well. It's usually easier to just spend a ridiculous amount of money on bank slots. Calendars are weird in general. October should be the 8th and 7th and Sep the 7th. That's true. That's true. They are weird. What if we just got rid of months and got rid of days and it was just year day? Wouldn't that be better? Maybe. Or what if it was just a counter? Why do we have to cycle at any point? You know? Like, let's just go, like, you know, go from 0 BC and just come up with how many days it's been. And we'll just go up by 1 every time. Although, then if you want something to be like in what we would call June, then you have to do like some weird like mod arithmetic kind of stuff. Probably gets messy actually. That's how when someone asks what did the Romans do for us, answer, they messed up our calendar. That's true. They did. They did mess it up. Stay there, buddy. One thing I'm interested in is I wonder how long it will take to smith all my plate legs. That's a long walk. That's a lot of bars. Guess we'll see. Fun fact, even though we often say it's 2025 AD after died when Jesus died in 33 AD. Yeah, that's true. I don't think AD actually stands for after death, does it? What is AD? Anno Domini, year of our Lord. 1619. Which, yeah, I mean, I think it's believed that Jesus died at age like 30 something, so that would make sense. How long is your run from bank to Anvil? I'm not quite sure where the closest bank would be exactly. But yeah, so I have to go here, go here. I could then either door here, or here, here, mine, bank, here. Or I could come here, and then go here. I don't know. I'll have to do some timings, see which one is best. Knowing myself, I feel like the overroad one might actually be best because having multiple stops in between would be bad for AFK-ish kind of ness, you know? Because like I'd probably like click here and then I'd stop and then I'd like click here on the next AFK and then stop, you know, then go here, next AFK, and then deposit, click here, stop, click there, stop, then get over here, click there, stop, So like, the more stops, the less AFK friendly it is. So if I just go here, here, just one here, and then this door is usually open, it stays open. If it's not, it's just right there, so you just click and then go. But I think that'll be the most friendly for like AFK. Today is 739-788. Yes. Beautiful. Look at how pure that is. Isn't that clean? Oh. Why did I push that? Hello. Is it? I'm gonna try your name. Ooflevens? Well, thank you for your generous support. Love the content, brother. Salute. And is that a hot dog? That might be a hot dog. Let's see. Right click. Copy image. Open paint. There's probably a better way to do this. Paste. It is a hot dog, everybody. It's a hot dog. Okay. Thank you. I do love hot dogs. That's very generous. Thank you very much for the support. Definitely will help keep me going for sure. So, which my Ironman's gonna run out of membership soon, and they sent me an email being like, just so you know, it's gonna cost you more. And I'm like, really? Like it's not even like a little bit more. It's quite a bit more. Which my mindset has always been to actually pay membership so I can enjoy the game instead of have to worry about bonds. But I don't know. It does cost a lot of money though. Hey OneChunk, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have just finished mining our Runite, so now we get to the month-long grind of smelting the Runite, which is exhilarating. So. Another annoying / fun fact, Hong Kong combined European and American systems, so buildings start with a G, start at G, ground, and some at first floor, but most don't include a fourth floor. Interesting. I always get it mixed up, who does what. First floor, okay, ground. Wait, for ground? I'm not gonna make a fool of myself. I always just guess when I push those buttons anyway, it's fine. It's also just because I secretly love riding in elevators, so. Glad to hear you're done with the mining. I'm sick of it myself, not even halfway through yet. Oh bother. Yeah, mining is not super fun. You don't have the East chunk either. Let me tell you, these are a lifesaver. They make like stuff AFK. Like you click on coal and you get 4 of them instead of having to click on 4 coals. It's I mean, I'd still probably make it to this point without them, but the mental would have tanked a bit, so. The Chinese word for 4 sounds like death, so they don't include 4th. Interesting. Now that is an interesting fun fact. Didn't know that. I feel like that still mess with me though, like it goes from 3rd, 5 or something. Why don't we just have them all alphabetical? So it's like floor A, floor B, floor C. Yeah? Yeah? See, we're solving all the world's problems in this one live stream. Just everyone has to attend so they get all the answers, the answer key. to skip everything at the 4. That'd be so confusing. Although, I don't think I could ever see myself getting to a floor intentionally that has a 4 that is not just floor 4. Like 14, that's too high for me. 44? I do not think so. This frame is not equipped for what floor 44 looks like. Mostly because I was in kindergarten when the World Trade Center got hit. That was scarring. Yeah, anyway, okay, yeah. Looks like I'm pretty average at like 340 an hour. It's kind of stuck there. So that's like, and I'm not going to be streaming paying full attention all the time. So that's like probably peak, I guess. So could end up taking a bit longer than 28 days. That's what we calced it at. Floor 164. That's wild. I feel like there should be a limit on floors that's like 10, you know? I think that's a very Midwest thought, but if we're getting above 10, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to get to space. I'm trying to build the Tower of Babel. That's okay, Brandon. You didn't miss much. Actually, you probably missed like 30 inventories of going back and forth, so if you consider that a lot, is what it is. Gotta go out and do some night things with family. Had a blast. Do the King Boys. Thanks, Brandon. I hope you have a great time with your family. And thanks again for the generous support. So, catch you next time, Brandon. It's gonna take a long time. I think if I really need to AFK though, I'll probably do Amethyst. And for a bit here, stars till I have Amethyst banked. Or sorry, Amethyst, I have 85 banked. Whoa. Sorry if you guys had to hear that. Wasn't expecting a little belch there. Someone's kind of going nuts. Let me switch. Oh. These old songs have such a soft spot in my heart. Where is this one? Where? I know that now it's like unlocked by default, but like where did this used to get unlocked? Draenor. Yeah, as kids we'd spend a lot of time. We actually wouldn't spend that much time in Draenor. My brother and I, we lived in Remington, Port Sam. We're like, there's so much we can mine here, and just come up here, smelt, and then same inventory, smith, and then guess what? There's a general store that'll buy all your stuff. Holy smokes! It's just a money printing factory. Yeah. Yeah, we were pretty loaded. Pretty doughed up. Yep. Those are good times. And then I remember my brother got hacked, and it wasn't really even hacked. Someone said that they would, if he gave him his password, he'd mine for him. On an unrelated note, now my brother does a lot of security things with computers, so maybe a catalyst for that, I don't know. I remember getting 50 to 70 strength on my first ever account with a Rune 2H at the Barak. Why do I not know how to pronounce it? I always call it Barak. Yeah, Barak. That's what I say. Sorry, I can only pronounce Falador these days. The Barak. That's what I get some. Yeah, Barak. Moss dance. Yeah, it's yeah, where would I train? Oh, I guess it depends on how far back you're going. I would do a lot of cow. We call them cows. No, do I? Oh my gosh, anku. We would call them cows. That's probably wrong. Wait, is this? Okay, never mind. I guess my pronunciations go to bed earlier than 11:58. It turns out. There are places other than Falador? I don't know. I've heard about them. But, just from adventurers that pass through these lands. Egg cow? Egg? Egg cow? Man, I'm just overthinking every pronunciation. And also, it's probably because I have this headset on. I can't hear myself. Anku. Anku. I gotta ask my brother. I don't remember what we say. We stick to it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Anku, but we don't say that. Or we do. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. They weren't a monster. When did they come into the game? Released in 2006. On the 4th of July. Interesting. See, Americans call it 4th of July, not July 4th. Another case for Europeans, just saying. Yeah, I probably started playing in like 2000. Oh, it's gonna go. You know, if this line were like right here, that would be great. I wouldn't even mind. I'd get rid of my, whatever, 3 squares to the south. Fishing. Alright. Any other Valley Chunkers? Well, there used to be Buzz Strut here. I haven't seen him on in a long time. He started in the East Chunk as a Supreme, and he's still been there. I met some others, but that's a long time ago now. There was Bingus Chunk. I haven't seen him in forever. Clunkers. Didn't even notice. Anybody else? Oh, I know Bowser started here. He hasn't been playing all that much. Actually, let me double check that. He just hasn't uploaded in a long time. I miss Bowser. When I first watched his stuff, I was like, you're not allowed to leave, but he's playing under different rules, so that makes total sense. 26k experience in ranged and hit points this week. Do 200k. Defense. Slight defense. Not sure. I know he was trying to do the Inferno. Which is kind of crazy because I'm pretty sure under vanilla rules there's no way you'd have to do the Inferno there, but that's what I like about his series is he'll just do what he feels like, even if it's more than what his rule set says, which is kind of how I play too. So anyway, gotta go. Ciao, man. See ya. Karma Miracles. It's great talking to you. Have a great night. Magic. Yeah, I don't know which I prefer. I guess I prefer the fishing just because of the novelty of it. I'll get plenty of magic experience in different ways. Oh, he's in streams. I'm just in the wrong stream. And I know, like, life can also, like, you can be burnt, and also just life can get busy, and then, you know, you're not able to do what you were before, so, or life circumstances change, like, switch jobs or something, so, you know, I'm not saying that when people stop playing, it's a knock on them in any way, but I do pride myself on, actually, I think I showed this earlier. Temple. I have my temple in the description here. Let me switch to that. We're not doing anything too exciting over here. I do pride myself on this graph. I do a pretty good job of just always playing, always be progressing. So if you look at month, not even like the numbers, I don't really care too much about that, but just like being consistent. 6 months. Do 6 months and then we'll do first data point. So like, there's never like a flat spot, you know, that would go like bonk and go up. I like that. It's really apparent when you go to first data point here, if it ever loads. I have a lot of data points. There we go. So it's just, isn't that beautiful? I love it. Yeah, I pretty much just use it to look at this. So, anyway. That's kind of interesting. I'll mention it. Hey Hava, welcome. Mr. Chunk Task counts. Didn't speak with Hava. Valley Castle. Yeah. Guess I'll have to restart. Yes. Welcome, welcome Hava. Good to see you. Probably caught me just in time because this is about my curfew. Because right about now is usually when one of our children wakes up screaming. And it's usually a gamble as to which one it's going to be. So I should probably be available pretty soon here. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not quite sure if I have enough clips for a like full-length video right now because I was just mining and nothing's really happening. So, I might take a little break here to do like the the drop logs that I still have to complete, and finish up crafting, so because that's a little bit quicker content and clips there, just so I can get something out for people. But it would be really cool to just go an extra month and then have all this, and then go longer to get 98, and then just, wouldn't it be so cool to like actually have one bill next video? I did not fill it. Anyway, I'll think about it, but I wouldn't expect a video too soon for me, so I'm trying to say, I guess. Can't believe since the first time I watched you, now I have kids, and I'm still making the same joke every stream. Well, I mean, if it works, like, why change, you know? Every time. Hey, Gemmowinder, probably butchered that. But... Hey Buzz, how you doing? Enjoying the smelping? Yes, I am. I'm enjoying doing something else. It's nice doing something else. The mining rune was not super duper fun. I'm glad I'm not there right now. Because it's very competitive and not very AFK. I mean, it's kind of AFK in that like you click and then you wait for a long time for it to mine, but like you're constantly hopping, trying to find rocks. So yeah. But no, I mean, this has been good. I just started tonight, so less than 2.5 hours. So it looks like less than 2 hours based on this, so yeah. Question, has there been any grinds that you wish were longer, like the squirrel pet? Well, I was prepared for the squirrel pet to be longer. I don't know if I'd say wish, because I hate agility, but I was kind of like thinking as if I was going to get 99 agility, so in a way, kind of, yeah. But it would have been nice to have a reason to get 99 there. Longer. I can't really say I'd wish that any were longer. Usually by the time I get to the end of my task, I'm like, alright, it's been fun, but I'm glad that I'm getting near the end, you know? Although I wouldn't, well, no, I was going to say coal. Coal was okay. It was really easy to zone out on coal with these gloves. Not having to hop, getting 4 every time you click, it was pretty nice. But it took the same amount of time to get all the coal as it did to get all the rune, so it just takes a lot of time. And anytime you're spending that much time on something, it's, you know, it's tedious. I guess maybe I'd say drop tables actually. Because those always go really fast. Why disabled? Back pain. Which is actually true. My back's been hurting a lot. Sorry to hear. See, people just talk to you, even if you're a horribly introverted person. I won't say I'm horribly. That's true. It was pretty tedious getting a couple of them, but like none of them have been super bad. I mean, I guess the worst ones are probably before I did any streams or anything, and trying to get the herb. Actually, the herbs from the White Knights are probably the longest ones, but that's not much. Potion from I have to look back. Alright, well, I should probably end it so I'm available for my wife whenever the moment arises. So, I'll call it quits here. It was great to get to chat with everybody, kind of to update everybody on how it's been going. Thanks for hanging out, and look for a video sometime in the future, probably not too soon, but yeah, so everybody take care, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.